Hello everyone, welcome back to SST class. Children, we shall be reading history today. Chapter number 1, Fall of Mughal Empire and 18th centuries India. In this chapter, we shall be learning how the Mughal Empire declined in India and what were the reasons for that. Okay children, Mughal Empire, you all know, was established by Babur in 16th century, and there were many prominent rulers in the Mughal Empire: Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Shah Jahan, Jahangir, and many more. And you also know that Taj Mahal was built in the Mughal time. Okay dear children, this you have all read in the previous class. So now we shall be knowing for the further topics how the Mughal Empire declined and what was the conditions in our country in this century. Okay dear children, this is called modern history. Children, the Mughal Empire was one of the greatest empires in the history of India. It was established by Babur, as you see in the picture, in 1600 century. Mughal Empire started decline before 18th century. Aurangzeb died in 1707. Before it, he was ruling over almost entire India, but till 1730 AD, extent of Mughal Empire was limited to Delhi and its nearby area. Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II accepted the British supremacy as per the negotiations made in the Treaty of Allahabad. This empire declined in such a short period of time. It is quite surprising question how it declined. When we talk about the fall of Mughals, many questions arose in our mind. Were the successors of Aurangzeb weak, due to which the system collapsed? Was there any drawback in the administration of the Mughal Empire which held responsible for its decline? Did insiders of the Mughal Empire hollow it by opposing them? So, there are many reasons, not one single reason, but many reasons which led to the decline of the Mughal Empire. So let's discuss them one by one. First is the policies of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was an orthodox. So his orthodox policies towards Hindus, Sikhs, Shias, Muslims made them hostile and proved desperate to the Mughal Empire. And Marathas established their empire by assembling their own local strength in the Dakhan region. Shivaji induced the feelings of patriotism in soldiers in such a way that Aurangzeb could not suppress them despite of his all powers. Rise of Maratha power was the main reason of the decline of the Mughal Empire. Besides this, the Jats of Agra and Bharatpur refused the supremacy of the Mughals. So the Mughal rulers did not have so much influence that to suppress the rebellion of the rulers being independent. So Aurangzeb's policies, in which the Dakhan policy was a prominent reason of the decline. Let's go for the other reasons. Revolt in various provinces of Empire. In Punjab, under the leadership of Banda Bahadur, Sikhs declared their independence, and Agra, Bharatpur refused the supremacy of Mughals. So this was the reason in other states likewise, which led to the decline of the Mughal Empire. Now next is weak successors and the struggle for succession. This was another cause. Absence of law of succession to the throne was important reason. There was no rule to decide whether the elder son would ascend the throne after the death of king. It was decided by the strength of sword. That means the power. It contributed to the declining power of Mughals. Now next is weak nobles led to the absence of law. Along with the collapse of the members of the royal family, their lords also declined. Too much of wealth, luxury, and leisure ruined their character. Many of them formed their own groups for their benefits. They fought battles with one another. These lords did not bother for the state and began to degenerate their growth. There was no diplomacy and the foreign policies and of military conquest. So all these led to the failure of Mughals. Next we have unskilled army. As there was no prominent king or the Maharaja, so army was also disintegrated. There was no skill in the army and no proper system. So this led to the decline of Mughal Empire. Next is invasions by Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah. These external invasions by Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah Abdali weakened the remaining strength of the Mughal Empire. They looted the imperial treasury and property of Mughals. It revalued the inefficiency of the military and the political administration of the Mughal Empire. Now the Subedars also declared themselves independent. Hence, the empire had to fall. Next is the removal of the Mansabdari. This was an important reason of the economic failure. The extravagant expenditure by Shah Jahan on buildings and Aurangzeb's long wars for extension caused the financial collapse or the financial decline for the empire. The invaders such as Ahmad Shah Abdali and Nadir Shah sacked Delhi and plundered huge wealth. This emptied the treasury of the Mughals. Now next is Aurangzeb's Rajput policy. Children, if you remember Akbar the Great, he started the matrimonial policies with Rajputs to just extend his empire. But Aurangzeb was just opposite of it. And he was an orthodox, so he was totally responsible for the decline of the Mughal Empire, which was created by his forefathers with lot of strength and wisdom. Next is religious intolerance policy. I would like to suggest again name of Akbar and his policies of religion. Do you remember, children? Deen-e-Ilahi. Okay. So Akbar was such a person who used to follow such policies to take in everybody's beliefs and faith in the emperor. But Aurangzeb was totally opposite of it. So this was again the reason for the failure of the Mughal Empire. And this all led to the poor economy, and the life of peasants became miserable. There was lack of nationality, and the arrival of European races were also the important reasons why the Mughals were on the path of declination. Understood, children? So recall all the points. These were the main reasons why the Mughals declined in India. Now it's time for assignment, dear children. Name the most orthodox emperor of Mughal dynasty. Who was the most prominent Maratha ruler? Next, write any two reasons responsible for the decline of the Mughal Empire in India.